Hello everybody, this is Canadian Samurai, and today's review, the SH Figuarts Metaphor Fantazio Seeker. Let's get a closer view. Alright, first off, the paint is actually very well done. You can see all the details, the orange, the silvers, and the white and the golds. That actually does look very nice. You have these, is it a cape? I'm not exactly sure, but these two shoulder things that actually are made of leather and they have a wire in them so they actually can bend. That is actually very nice. Now, before we get onto the articulation, let's talk about accessories. He has two fist hands, he has two open hands, two sword holding hands, and he has a hand where he's holding a heart. It's been a while since I played the game, so I don't exactly remember what it is called. And he also comes with a smaller one, which is actually meant for the SH Figuarts protagonist from Metaphor Fantazio. I do have him. I'll review him later. And you get two swords. You get the regular sword. It's very nice. There's a small little annoying right there. You could probably see like a scratch right there. That's a bit disappointing. But it's very nicely done. And then we have a giant one. This one is not meant to be wielded. There's actually a peg on it, and there's pegs at the bottoms of the feet. So he's supposed to peg onto it so that he could ride his sword, because the protagonist can also use his sword like a hoverboard. If you've played the game, then you know what I'm talking about. Alright. Now, let's talk about the articulation. On the head, we can... I'm not quite sure what it is. I think it's a double ball joint, or... So you can move the head that far back, really far downwards. You can actually see right there that it actually has a piece that pops out. Oh, can't see it. Right there, it actually pops out so that you can actually lean the head much further down. As for these shoulder parts, they are both on a standard ball hinge, so they can rotate around. They can get out of, they actually can get out of the way really nicely if you want to pose the arms. For the arms, first we have this part that moves. That's very nice. The shoulder part does not move, but actually, oh wait, it does move. That's really nice. You can get the arm that far out. You have a well, there is a bicep swivel. It seems to be a little bit up. There we go. You can see it right there. You have a double jointed elbow. Get about that far, and does not quite look the best, but it's good enough. The hands are always on that ball hinge, so moves pretty well. Rotation, you gotta shimmy with it to get it in the right position, but that does work. And at first it looked like you were only going to get movement in the upper part of the torso. You can. It's a ball, you have a ball joint. It is a bit limited because of this part in the middle and these two parts that like it just ends up bumping against them. But you also have another ball joint on the lower part, and that actually is very nice. You do want to be a bit careful with that part. You don't want to accidentally snap that. Now, for the legs, first off, these pieces are soft, so they get out of the way very nicely. You have these large joints. You can get them outwards about that much, not too much. They go outwards, forward very nicely. They go back very nicely. And they're also on another ball joint at the bottom part so that you could get even more range of motion. That's very nice. Double jointed knee looks pretty good, and it gets pretty good range. As for the feet, at first you might think because of this, and this is a hard plastic, that there's no articulation whatsoever, but they actually pop down so that you actually do get some range of motion. You get an ankle rocker. It goes back about that far. Doesn't go forward very far due to this. You got a toe hinge. Doesn't look that great, unfortunately. Well, that's it for the articulation. Now, what is nice is that you actually do get a very large display stand, a large circle, and you have a stand with the 3 arms rather than just the 2. He does not have a regular peg, so you get this little adapter so that plugs into his taint right there. So you can get all the aerial poses that you want, stylish poses. And what's nice is that you because of the multiple holes, if you have the protagonist figure, you could easily stand with them together. That's real good. Now, overall, for the price point, the price is a bit steep, as it is with these import action figures. But if you are a fan of Metaphor Fantazio, I actually do recommend this figure. It looks very nice, articulated very nice. The paint is good enough. Accessory count is good. So I give this figure a thumbs up. Alright, well, that'll be it for this review. See you next time.